All right, we are rolling.
All right, you ready, baby doll?
Yeah, it's a pop quiz about photography.
Well, here, why don't you tell us your name?
Oh, I'm Duncan Johnson.
Okay. And what was
33. I love thrash, crust, doom, punk, hardcore. Anything with core at the end of it, I usually like it, except for rap core.
What was
Taken.
What?
Sorry.
What was your major?
I'm cute.
What was your major?
I went to Massachusetts College of Art from 95 to 99, and I majored in photography, media, and performance.
Okay. So what do you remember much of? Nice. Do you remember much?
Still got it.
Do you remember much of college?
Yes.
Okay.
I loved college.
Okay.
It was the best 4 years of my life.
Okay.
I recommend anyone who's into art should go to Mass Art.
All right.
Great education.
So
Great
I'm gonna ask you some photography questions. Okay. And they're multiple choice.
Okay.
Okay. So you ready? Number one. Film speed refers to A, how long it takes to develop film. B, how fast film moves through film transport system. C, how sensitive the film is to light. D, none of these make sense.
C, how sensitive it is to light.
That is correct. Look at you, smarty pants.
He just always picks C.
Number two.
I left my camera at home too. Shit. I knew this about photography.
Number two, depth of field is controlled by A, the focal length of the lens, B, the size of the aperture opening, C, the distance between the camera and the lens, D, all of these, E, none of these.
It's all of these.
That's also correct, Dante.
It's mainly the f-stop, especially in large format though. I mean, focus and focal length is part of it too, but if you can have something that's in focus, a large format camera like really close up, and then stop it all the way down to like f45 or f64 and get the background much more crisp.
Now you're just showing off.
Yeah. That wasn't part of the question.
Oh, and I still make photographs. I still make art photography.
Film? Okay.
On film. And digital, but also film.
So what? Next question. What type of lens would give a wider depth of field? 35 millimeter, 50 millimeter, 100 millimeter, or 200 millimeter?
35 to be wide.
Correct. You are killing it right now. You're killing it. All right, next one.
That's like, yeah. Well, I think fisheye is technically 18, but it's getting close to fisheye.
You're smart and sexy, and taken, unfortunately.
I know it only a little bit now.
What does the 125 mean on the shutter speed dial? Is it the camera's autofocus system will determine the best shutter speed but less than 125? The camera's autofocus system will determine the best shutter speed but more than 125. The shutter will open for 1.2 the shutter will open for 1.25 seconds, or the shutter will open for 1/125th of a second.
The last one, it'll open for 1/125th of a second.
These are too easy for him.
I know. I didn't realize.
But it's best to keep your film your shutter speed at around 60 for average cameras in order to sync with flash if you're in low light situations.
And what should I do with my balls while I'm taking pictures?
You should be taking pictures of your balls over a stove with Slayer on red 12-inch behind you.
He's been thrown out of there for.
So one hand has you have to get a third hand.
They eat his guts.
Or you have to use your foot. You have to get the Slayer on the needle with the ball fired and making sure the fire is going towards your balls, and then click the shutter probably. In which case you need a cable release or something like that. They have those at Kim's Camera.
Bar that you want to
Well, actually, the Kim's Camera doesn't exist anymore. At Hunt's.
Final question. The SLR camera is one of the most popular types of camera on the market today. SLR stands for A, single lens reflex, B, standard lens refraction, C, simple light recorder.
First one.
Single lens reflex?
Yeah,
That is correct. You go 5 for 5. Look at you. Smartest man in Boston.
What it means is that light goes
We don't
through.
care. No, we don't care at all.
It goes through the lens,
Yeah, we're not
and then it
interested.
actually flips over onto a mirror into a prism in this main
So
thing,
is
that
your-
you can see it right side up.
Is your
It's
spoken
through
word
the-
this interesting?
It's through the not at all. It's through the lens viewing, so that when you go like this, it's actually what you're seeing through the lens, as opposed to a rangefinder camera, in which you see something that's just off of the lens.
This is all editing room for.
Yeah, this is going in the trash.
Well, thank you. Do you have anything excited about What's Your Major 2? You're coming back.
First of all, I need to say that I still make photographs. I'm working on a huge a whole body of work about women in empowerment.
And you're taken.
And I'm taken. and I still do all the stuff I did in college. I still do spoken word. I still make photographs. I don't go to as many art gigs. I usually go to a lot of thrash gigs instead. Usually I'm playing them.
All right.
And it hurts when you're 33 and you're acting like you're 18. Doesn't feel good.
All right.
Very
Thank you.
hurt.
Thank you, Duncan. Thank you. Good job.